Welcome to World War III, my friends, or at least how we would imagine World War III to occur in a situation like this. We're actually going to be playing as the Yugoslav People's Army under Tito, and we are going to be attacking capitalist Italy in this alternative history scenario. Now, what I'd like to do first is just kind of take a look at this battlefield, see if we have any sort of air support or artillery, and we do have some close air support. This is definitely going to be useful, but we're actually going to have to choose our TRPs, our target reference points, and I think we'll put one there, we'll put one there, and we'll put one over here. This is hoping that the Italians are not going to be waiting in the forest for us here. That's definitely a possibility, but I think we're good on target reference points. We don't have any actual mines to deploy, so we don't really have to worry about that. As for our advance, a few things I do want to change. I want to take this group, this tank platoon, put them right up there. This tank platoon that also counts as a bit of a scout unit, I'm going to put them here. And all of these infantry IFVs, these are the guys we need to actually start heading across the river. We're going to get them closer over here. There's no doubt we're going to get shot at trying this. So I'll split them up. I'll have some try to cross the river. The other will go directly across this bridge with the support of one of these tanks. So let's actually put the tanks right there. They're going to go ahead. Let's get started and let us proceed with our advance. We don't need any illumination shots or anything like that from the artillery, primarily because, you know, this is a daytime battle. So I'm just going to advance here. Sava is one of the locations we have to take, so the Italians will almost certainly be there. And let's see if we have any areas to cross here. We'll soon find out. Again, just crossing to advance. We're not fast moving or anything like that. We're just pushing forward slowly. We also have some artillery back here. Not sure it's going to bring that much, excuse me. Not sure it's going to bring that much support in this kind of a fight, but we'll wait and see. So there we go. Movement has begun. Let's advance over here to the northern side, trying to get them in a kind of pincer movement. And as always, we'll return when the combat begins. Glory to Yugoslavia. Alright, looks like the Greyhound was taking fire, and I mean, that happened quite quickly. I can already actually see the enemy here. Let's delete all waypoints, and let's just engage the enemy recoilless rifle. So just as expected, the Italians were waiting right there in the woods. I'm happy that this unit actually contacted them first, sort of the scouting Greyhound. I'm hoping the rest of our guys can wipe them out without much issue. Definitely not going to call in air support for that. It's just not large enough for us to really give a damn about, frankly. Alright, they took out the Greyhound. We are advancing on that 106mm. No wonder it's a damn monster. As soon as the medium tank gets eyes on it, I'm going to stop him too. In fact, I will delete this medium tank's waypoint and just make that my main target. Obviously, it's a pretty serious anti-tank weapon there, so I don't want it hitting our guys. As you can see, already opening fire on our tank. Absolutely already popped one without much issue. But I think with this continuous fire on location, we're eventually going to wipe this thing out. He's lost most of the guys in his group, and there we go, a critical hit. Yeah, I'm going to just let these guys continue to advance. Even the tank we stopped here, although the guys are buttoned up and obviously pretty terrified after that experience. So here we go. Let's do everything we can to engage the enemy before they can really react. You can see some of these guys were able to get across the river here. No easy feat, though. And I'm actually just going to keep the sniper scout team right there. They do have eyes on a tracked vehicle, but they're not going to be able to do much. At the very least, they can provide some actual scout support. I don't want to take the HQ as well, but I do want to take some of the infantry here. See, some of them are already pushing forward. Let's grab this in the tanks and advance right over here. Look at that. Losing the medium tank. There could be even more Italians in the woods over here. In fact, I'm going to stop this APC. Let's unload the men. And just do a little scouting trip in the woods here. I think they're ahead of us, though. I don't think they're over here behind us. Just to be certain, we'll do exactly that. Let me kill Discord. Now, we do have those target reference points. We could try and take out the tracked vehicle right now with some air support here. And I think I'm going to go for it. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but with all of these hits we're taking up and down these roads, I think it's the right thing to do. Let's stop that HQ right there. I don't want to move any closer. And we've already got our infantry out over there, so they are, of course, taking a look, trying to kind of locate, see what's going on. We've also got some artillery here, but first we need to locate where the enemy's firing at. And I think they could be firing from here. Let's just go ahead and fire for effect. We need to start spotting the enemy. Where the hell are these guys? Okay, there we go. We've got tanks to the northeast. Or, well, really the north. I'm going to delete all waypoints, and I'm going to advance this way. I'm going to do the same with most of these tanks as they push forward, but as you can see, he's already taking some damage. And we will be calling in the air support to take out his buddy over here. Let's see if the Greyhound has anti-tank capabilities. I don't think he does. Most he has is a 37mm, so we're going to keep that guy moving. Well, fire, damn you. Alright, I see the enemy. Yep, they are in the woods. Unbelievable. Looks like the APC is targeting them right now. Damn recoilless rifles all over the place here. At least our group in the north here mostly avoided that, and they are pushing forward quickly. The Italians, or excuse me, the Yugoslavs are just moving forward as quickly as they can here in these armored vehicles. Hopefully it's enough to take out the anti-tank guided missile team over here. And actually, I'd like to readjust if I can, but I don't think you can readjust with close air support like this. Let's stop our APCs, delete waypoints with the tanks. We're now just focusing on the enemy up there. Come on, boys. Nice! One down. I'm also going to go ahead and dismount with these APCs. I know we're out on the road, but our infantry actually do have anti-tank weapons. Let's unload right here. Keep it up, boys. Now we've held the line. Some nasty Italian surprises in the woods there, but we're doing pretty well right now, and that air support is still incoming. Well, we're going to move the HQ up. He is, after all, a tank, and we need as much armored support as possible right now. Infantry, mech infantry, what did I tell you guys? They do have an anti-tank launcher. There we go. Got our infantry out. Another anti-tank launcher right here. We just need to keep the hope alive and keep the morale alive. Right now the men are panicking. Get them. We need to kill that guy right on the river. "27 seconds. Not close enough to make this mech infantry worthwhile, unfortunately. Here's what we can do, though. High explosives right there. 10 seconds, boys. And I'm also hoping that these high explosives work out. God knows we need their help. Here we go. Close air support incoming. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I'm not even sure if they were successful, but it sure scared the hell out of the enemy. And now, of course, we're opening up on what looks to be Italian Alpine troops, or possibly even just Italian anti-tank units. Looking good in both cases. And sure enough, we were firing that already in the right location. Let's readjust over here. Readjust over here. We're going to just try to blow these guys out of the damn water. Fire for effect. Glorious Yugoslavia. We are doing it, guys. They are adjusting, but we want those fire for effect abilities now. We want to just keep hitting these locations. And it looks like even our tanks are making it through the muck and mire here, guys, to do a bit of a surprise attack on the Sava area. It's going to be our first entrance into Italy. I want to make sure we've dealt with this infantry before anything else, and they are still adjusting that high explosive round. But I get the feeling we're going to be getting some really good results once we drop rounds on this location. Never mind. They are ready to fire, though. Who would have thought they're ready to fire exactly when we're done in this area? That's okay. Let's keep shooting. Nice. And we'll do the same here with the medium mortar. Oh, he might be out of rounds. Okay. So a few of our artillery pieces have fired their payload. Let's readjust over here. And as you can see, I'm still keeping my guys right here. I don't want to push forward at this point. I want to just hold, try and massacre as much of the enemy as possible before moving forward and potentially taking the Sava area. As you can see, we still have enemies over here, for goodness sakes. In fact, I'm going to take that sniper team. Let's advance up here to try and provide some support to the men. We've got some infantry incoming as well, but it's going to take them a while to get to the battlefield. Yeah, enemies throwing a lot of artillery at us, too. Okay, ready to fire. Let's give them a what for, boys. Fire for effect. And they are down. Wow. That was quick. Still feel pretty nervous moving forward with any of these guys, to be honest with you. See, I'm going to delete the waypoint of the lead tank here. But I'm also going to take some of these tanks, delete their waypoints, and send them over there to the north where we have enemy infantry. Alright, let's advance. And we're going to grab our group here, guys. We are going to advance into Tapoliano. Oh, incoming enemy artillery right there in that area. We gotta get moving. See the scout team taking fire. Yeah, we don't know about that, unfortunately. An enemy MG-42 pillbox, my gosh. There we go. We've already got a tank focused on it. Got to absolutely wipe that thing out. The last thing we need is an enemy pillbox here, especially with a sniper right there. Good shot. Should be a lot easier for the men to make it through, but we can't forget that we still have enemy units here, so I'm going to unload infantry into the forest. Just go searching for the enemy units, essentially. But at least our tanks are almost through. We're going to have a brand new group of tanks here to really help out. Okay, the air support is regrouping. Let's hope that we can still use them during this fight. But it looks like one of our tanks already has the enemy tank in their sight lines. I want to get rid of that thing before we get into town. It's making it very hard for us to see him because he's all amongst the houses. He's actually in an also wooded area at the same time. Not going to be easy for us to get in there. See, this guy might be able to get close enough to kill him, but he's getting close enough to get hit himself. And we've got another tracked vehicle right there. Say we stop. He's already getting hit. Gotta spot the enemy here, man. Sniper scout team is down. We need to continue, guys. We can't give up yet. We've got this guy in our sights. And actually, there are tank traps right there. There could also be mines, so I'm stopping that tank. Not moving into this area at all. Good hit, good hit. We're going to advance into this area. Good shot, guys. There we go. Whatever the hell it was, it's down now. And still some enemy infantry over here. I'll let our guys deal with it, our infantry deal with it. I want to advance with our tank. It looks like the other tank has spotted that tracked vehicle. It's almost certainly going to be enemy armor for sure. But let's push on forward with everybody we can. Some of the mech infantry are, yeah, they are not coming back. They are retreating from the fight. They've done their part, though, as you can see. Only a few of them left. It's okay. They're nervous, but they need to fire right now. There we go. It's a miss, but they're trying. They're trying. Yeah, he's going around the tank traps. Looks like also the infantry up here stopped firing. I'm not sure if that's because we destroyed them or because they are trying to remain hidden so that they don't, you know, we don't kill them. But I am going to advance into Sava, or Tapoliano, I should say. And let's just hope that the next time you see me here in this fight, we are going to be in the town of Sava, nice and comfortable. Although I'm not getting out of here before we hit that tracked vehicle. I want that tank destroyed. Should be able to get a visual on him over here very soon. The second we do, I'm going to stop this tank's movement. Alright, some of the boys are willing to get back into the fight, it looks like. And since they're being hit constantly by mortar rounds, I don't see why not. Might as well move forward if you're getting hit back here. Nice. Also, more armor on the way, guys. Could fire a bit with this artillery, but every time we do, we end up not needing to fire. The enemy ends up getting destroyed before anything happens. So I think we'll wait for a more opportune target. There we go. Let's delete the waypoint. And now we've got 3 different units focused on that tank. One of the luckiest bits of armor I've ever seen. Damn it. They got the tank over here. So for sure they've got some more anti-tank guided missiles at that second point. I am amazed at that tank's life expectancy. He's taken at least 6 or 7 rounds, but he is still combat effective. We still got armor moving up from the south. Here we go. Delete last waypoint. Delete last waypoint. And that's a tank destroyer right there. If he can't kill this thing, nobody can. Come on, boys. Calm down and fire. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the kind of results we need. Now, let's go for Sava. Then we'll worry about Nerevo and move in there if we need to. But the invasion of Italy is going... I'm not going to say it's going off without a hitch. It's going well, though. For sure, we lost unnecessary amounts of armored vehicles and tanks here. We've still got plenty of armor. Evidently, so do they, or at least anti-tank guided missiles. Alright, we're going to get this mech infantry squad just to advance through here. Make sure there's no other enemy infantry here in the woods. Looks like the rest of our infantry are making it to location, but of course it's going to take a bit longer for these squads to make it there. And to actually get into place. See you soon, folks, and hopefully we'll be having some tea in Tapoliano. Or coffee. This is Italy, after all. And just as we're about to approach the town, folks, we have located some enemy units. Now, we took tremendous artillery fire. I mean, it was unbelievable. Wiping out, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks. Just pure enemy arty. Now, it looks like it's come down to infantry squads. Not even necessarily anti-tank squads here, but infantry squads. We have taken the area of Tapoliano, and of course now we've got a whole lot more left to do, and I'm going to do the old Soviet tactic of sending in the infantry. Although we are playing as Yugoslavs, we're somewhat more clever in combat, so the first thing I'm going to do is get really defensive here. Just pretty much stop these guys, stay put. We'll push some of the tanks forward just to get out of range of their artillery, which you could see is even burning up the crops in this particular region. So what I would like to do is grab the infantry and send them into Nerevo. If we pick up any, enemy vehicles in the area, then of course we can return fire as needed. But right now, let's just keep our eyes on target. I wonder if we have any air support. We do. So the next target we spot that's of significance, we're going to launch that air support. In the meantime, I'll also bring these guys forward too. And let's go to Capoglione del Torre with these units, just to get an additional sort of, pair of eyes on this area. In the meantime, we're receiving a whole bunch of artillery fire. That's one of the few reasons I think we might need to move forward. But let's keep it simple. We'll stop this guy right here. Stop this guy once he gets about out here. He'll be our farthest unit. And we'll just keep the infantry moving to location. Seems good to me. More enemy artillery directly on the town. They don't give a damn about the civilians at this point. Whether they're Italian or not, they're doing everything they can to stop our assault here. Oh my goodness! Yep, they could... Yep, I see it. I see it. See, unfortunately, our guy did get killed, but he also gave away, or they also gave away their platoon command position. I would like to call in an airstrike on that thing, but we've already got visual on it, so let's let our tanks deal with it. Artillery's going to try to take us out before we can destroy this thing, of course. Kill them, boys. Getting rid of that whole platoon command group. And of course, they're going to be in quite an important building. Wonderful job by our men. Oh boy, we've got an enemy thunder streak incoming, folks. Enemy air support. Oh! Wow, we got lucky. We got really lucky. Let's see if our AA can knock him down. No chance, but we're okay. The guys are definitely rattled, but they're confident. That didn't really do anything to our men, so we're going to thank our lucky stars and just wait for the infantry to get here. Then, of course, we shall return, my friends, to the fight. That is unless the enemy starts doing a counterattack here, which I don't really anticipate. Whoa, whoa. Indirect fire. Just stop them here. Could still be some enemies in those woods that we're not locating. And look at that. Yeah, very serious artillery fire on location. We still want those infantry to get closer. Alright, boys, we'll be back. I hope these infantry can get here fairly quickly. But if it's going to take too long, especially with all of that mortar fire, we might be better off attacking. For now, though, I'm going to play very defensively. This is ridiculously heavy artillery, folks. Just look at this. I mean, they really want to destroy this group here. So I think we're going to have to just push right towards Nerevo. The infantry will follow. I'll try to keep things like this so that we don't push too far, but we've absolutely got to move out of Sava here, or Tapoliano, excuse me, to take that location, and I'd be more than happy with 2 out of 3 of these defensive locations, but that artillery is just going to destroy us before we even get out of here. Let's move. Fortito! And there we go, enemy ground units spotted at Campagno del Torre. They smashed one of our tanks. I don't want the APC to have the same fate. I'll also unload his infantry right there into this small village. And hopefully we take out another group of anti-tank troops here. Glad we have some of the tanks immobilized back here because they can provide an amazing bit of support there. It looks like white phosphorus thrown into the building. They are burning up in there, and we are getting closer to Nerevo, at which point I would be more than happy to ask for a ceasefire here and just keep these locations. They can keep Aiello del Friuli. We just want to get into the country, that's it. And that mission would be accomplished. You're not dead yet, boys. Definitely going to take a shot soon. Guessing they're going to have an ATGM right there in that tree line. I'm amazed we made it this far. It really goes to show you that the Yugoslavians are excellent troops. In terms of morale, they rally quite quickly after retreating. Looks like the infantry was here. They'll be reaching their friends here pretty soon, and it does look like we may have burned the enemy out of that building. Certainly hope so. Oh boy. Looking for enemy, looking for enemy. We still have that air support as well, we can't forget that. Infantry still on the way, but taking their time, no doubt. Oh boy, the guy in the back got hit. Let's just make it to Nerevo. That's all I want to do. Make it to Nerevo. They could be over here. They could be anywhere, and we don't even have really eyes on them. Infantry's going to take a very long time to get here, unfortunately. And actually, we're going to divert all this infantry including the HQ, directly through Campogno del Torre into Nerevo. It seems a little bit safer that way. Oh yeah, now they're hitting our infantry with mortars. I absolutely want to accept a ceasefire here. Oh! Instant kill. They must have anti-tank here. And it looks like they for sure have enemy units right there. They may have just been retreating from that building, for all we know. Yeah, we're not stopping. We're continuing forward with all of the infantry. In fact, I'm going to delete all these waypoints and just go directly to Neretva. Full-on Yugoslav advance. These guys in the north can do the same thing. We'll delete all waypoints and advance to Neretva. We do still have a tank on location, so feel pretty proud of that. And hopefully once the infantry reach this location, it will all be over and we'll have a nice little victory on our hands. Despite taking, I'll admit, some pretty severe casualties. But it wouldn't be an AgrippaMaxentius battle unless we did. Come on, let's be honest. In fact, I'll delete their waypoints and advance more directly. There we go. Oh. We're gonna rotate. I see potential enemy infantry right there. Could be a trick, too, to turn our back, and then, of course, one of their AT teams gets behind us here. But I definitely spotted potential infantry there. And we might as well, you know, have our turret pointing towards the roads where they would be maneuvering. Alright, folks. Hopefully soon we will be in Neretva. It's been a long, bloody road through Italy. But if we could locate, or if we could take that town as well, that tiny little village there, as well as, of course, Tapoliano, I'm going to feel a whole lot safer. We've also taken Campogno al Torre, if we've taken this location too, so we are well into the Italian countryside, or the Italian mainland, really. Now, once that APC gets close enough, he's got associated infantry with him. I'm going to stop him as soon as he's in this kind of pocket. But he's taking shots. Yeah, definitely taking shots the whole time there. I'm sure our infantry are going to undergo some similar problems, but we'll return once they're closer to the target. And talk about close combat. Look at where they are. Enemy is right there. We actually just found the infantry squad, came up behind them, and we're going to try to finish them off. You're now in the sovereign territory of the People's Republic of Yugoslavia. One down. Of course, we're on the road, not looking great for us. But our G4 infantry will spot them as well. We'll get 2 different infantry squads opening up on this building. We've already got 2 of them down, it looks like. Maybe 3. And look at the sort of weaponry we're working with here. Light machine guns, anything we want. We have taken 1 casualty ourselves, though. Whatever it takes, guys, to get into that particular location. I don't care if we're getting here without armor. We are going to get to this area and destroy the enemy. Should be able to spot them. Maybe we need to get closer to the front of the building. There we go. Alright, nice. I'll let them advance a little bit closer. Distance is a big determining factor in this game, and they're over 100 meters away. That's definitely from close combat, by the way. Alright, they're popping smoke. Wow. Smart move by the enemy, but it's not stopping our continued infantry advance. If we need to take Italy by foot, then that's what we'll do, folks. Tito does not stop for anybody. I do have some armor back here, but I don't want to send it into battle. lest it gets destroyed by the massive amount of artillery and anti-tank guided missiles that the Italians have here. Oh, that can't be neutral. There's no such thing as a neutral vehicle. Let's hope so. Infantry HQ ambushed right there. See, this is, of course, the danger of moving through even with infantry units, but we're not stopping, guys. In fact, now, we might as well push forward. Might be an enemy sniper out there. Yeah, the mortar's gonna have to remain because, of course, it's a static weapon, but the rest of those units can move through, and hopefully our guys have cleared this area out enough. I get a feeling they probably haven't. But we keep on moving towards the point. There we go! We've got some troops in our sight lines. A little too far, though. Look at the distance. They're over a kilometer away. But just imagine being able to see them. There we go! Stop and fire. Yeah, they've got no chance. We got them. Big problem too. I wonder if we could get the tank out there just to scout. He doesn't really want to move out of that location, and he's also quite far from any sort of command. Looks like more enemies right there. Infantry squad retreating. That's all the way over here, though. I don't know why he's retreating. And it looks like we've got another infantry squad right there, able to open fire from another location on these guys. Gotta get a lucky shot here. Come on, boys. We just took out our guys right there. Alright, they are pulling back. There's one. Good shooting, boys. Good shooting. And I still don't feel comfortable calling in air support. Not until we see, like, a tank or something like that. Looks like we got a storm over here. And with this unit, I am going to advance into that building where the enemy is. Only looks like 2 of them left there. The location's still not ours, and I want it now. Target neutralized. Another enemy infantry squad down here. Alright, and we did find the Carabinieri squad right there. Unbelievable. That is a rifleman squad, so I'm just hoping that they don't have any anti-tank weapons. But it looks like they just took a hell of a pounding there. Alright, enemy Carabinieri squad destroyed. Let's get back into the red. So it is raining officially, guys. I don't know if that's going to make things easier or harder for our guys. I would assume that makes things harder for vehicles to move, but for infantry, I don't know. Maybe a little harder. At the same time, it might be a little harder to spot us for the enemy. There we go. Vehicles are through, guys. They are through. Let's hope they bring us some happy moments. Enemy ground unit spotted. And, of course, it's our guys trying to assault the building. We were not able to do so. Maybe this infantry squad will be able to assault it. In fact, I'm just going to advance to this building and exchange fire. They've got to be hurt after that engagement. But we do still have a few enemy units there in Tapoliano, in the northern parts. Now, every single one of these guys is opened up. That means they've got their machine gunners on top. We're not moving them buttoned up or anything like that. But that's not going to stop a tank from killing us, for instance, or even an anti-tank guided missile in a building. We're still in quite a lot of trouble. So here we go. Let's hope we get to Nerevo. Going to send this infantry squad in as well to take the enemy out of the building there at Tapoliano. So far they are not making contact with that infantry. I guess they want to remain hidden. I certainly would. Now we're out in the open. I don't like this. That storm is giving us a little bit of cover, believe it or not. We're going to unload our troops in here. I mean, if we can get some troops out there, guys. We did just take a hit, but if we could just get some infantry out there, my God. That would allow us to take this area one way or the other. Enemy ground unit spotted. Where is he? Yup. Wow, another unit to the north. It actually might not be the same unit. But I want to see if these guys actually end up dropping off the infantry here. It's going to take a while. Just get your infantry in that damn village, boys. Enemy units spotted. I'm definitely going to stop this APC just to hit them. Just open fire. A Carabinieri support squad, so of course trying to destroy these vehicles before they get into the town. And sure enough, look at that. Carabinieri all over the damn place. For sure, guys. Let's get this back to regular. There we go. I really want these guys to unload. But it looks like they're dead set on just firing from here. There we go. One of our infantry squads is out. It's beautiful, boys. It is wonderful. We're pushing through. There's another Carabinieri squad here, but I feel pretty confident. Who says infantry can't win the day in a modern battle? Let's push. Those grenades are sounding wonderful, and of course now we need to take out these guys in this building. Let's advance and finish them off. Also some Carabinieri in the surrounding fields, but I think we absolutely called the Italians' bluff here. We are crushing them in this particular area. I would guess that they probably also have a squad in this building, maybe even in this one too, but we'll find out soon enough. I feel like we're in control of this situation, at least right now. That squad was vaporized, and these boys are going to be running through the building very soon. Recommend the Italians just surrender at this particular location. I don't want to hit the civilian buildings. We're trying to curry favor with the Italians. And of course, you know, Tito is a fairly reasonable fellow, I like to think. So let's forget about that. Let's just focus our fire on these guys out here in the fields. This isn't going to hurt anybody but them. And as soon as we get those rounds set, let's just fire for effect. I like that we're also throwing a bunch of rounds into that building to weaken them before we move in with our infantry. Here we go, guys. It's ours. It is ours. Of course, I still want to clear this unit out, the Carabinieri unit, and I want to destroy this one too before I go for a ceasefire and end the battle. And look at that. We've got battles going on all around the damn place. But I like that now this unit in the building is doing exactly what they should be doing. This This infantry squad throwing grenades to destroy the infantry squad here. They are heavily suppressed. Come on, come on, come on. A lot of things obscuring our view, but I think we can get a pretty good result here. And further liberate Italia. Now they're ready to fire. Come on, guys. Fire. Bit late now. We might still be able to do something, though. It looks like the Carabinieri squad is also trying to retreat here. Only a minute before we charge that building. I mean, everybody's trying to help to clear this building right here. Show these Italians we mean business. Focus fire, boys. Get that machine gun up. Wow, I did not expect that to happen, but evidently this group got zapped. Had to be artillery. I mean, how does that happen? Almost didn't even spot these guys, but as you can see, a lot of enemies outside of our town locations. I'm not ending the battle until we've dealt with them entirely. That's just not fair. That's not a real victory. Good shooting, good shooting. Alright, Italian Carabinieri squad destroyed. Let's take the mech infantry squad, advance into this part of the building, and we'll just be firing from the windows over here. Looks like they just barely escaped the artillery strike, which I'm a little frustrated by. Yeah, they've had an amazing fight over here, I'm not gonna lie. Look at all the dead men from both sides. Mostly our guys here on the left trying to get into that building, but we finally wiped them out. Enemy infantry squad routed, and enemy Carabinieri squad routed by the APC. We're almost done here. This is another one of the holdouts right here. Let's focus fire. I feel like they had us in the first half, and now we are smashing them. Let's see one more enemy show themselves. Come on. There we go. Carabinieri support squad destroyed. I almost feel like we could push a little bit more if we really wanted to. We could likely push for Morava, the last area there with our infantry. And who knows? Maybe even manage to get victory. Okay, I don't think we have any Italians to worry about in this area, as far as I could tell. We are definitely advancing into Aiello de Friuli, boys. We can't stop here. We cannot stop here. Some of these guys are not going to want to continue the fight. They've seen hell on earth fighting the Italians here. But we need them to keep on moving. I mean, we've come this far. I want to bring Tito the good news. So, we shall return quite soon here. Of course, we got to make sure that these guys begin to move, and that's going to take a little while. And we can't forget, we still have one of those airstrikes to use. So, let's keep that in mind. Well, friends, it looks like we are driving right through the streets of Friuli as we speak. I'm pretty sure the enemy's going to have something waiting for us, but I'm amazed that we haven't had any contacts yet. We had this neutral sort of contact, but ended up just being villagers on the side of the road, and I don't think they really have any interest in getting involved in one or the other side of this war. Although they could turn and start firing at our infantry at any point. Do think it's a little suspicious that they're on the road, but likely just watching the festivities after all of the explosions that happened over here. So once we take this location, I believe we've got ourselves a victory. Let's make sure. Also want to make sure that we get the associated infantry over here with this unit. And there we go. Morava is ours, guys. We've taken all of the locations here from the Italians. Of course, with some pretty substantial losses. And I forget how this game ends. If it's just going to end with a countdown. Or maybe still some enemy ground units we need to take out. Yeah. Alright, let's take him out. It's an enemy tank, my goodness. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Let's accept that ceasefire here. And it results in a draw. So here we go, guys. Actually, pretty significant losses on the enemy side, too. Far more than I expected. I'm sure we could have probably brought infantry up and taken those tanks out, but it probably would have added another 30 minutes or hour to this video, and we're already up to nearly an hour. So keep that in mind. If you enjoy Armored Brigade videos like this, a lot of work goes into them, a lot of work goes into editing them, and they take quite a while to record. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this channel with friends of yours, with people you think would be interested. And if you want to make the ultimate bit of mutual aid, then what you can do is just join and become a member for a measly $3 a month. That's it. Less than a cup of coffee in New York. Thanks so much, guys. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Glory to Tito.